In this video, I'll show you how to use the prop firm tools. So let's say we have an existing trade. You can do this before the calculation or after. I've already done the calculation for this trade. Um, so we're going to activate the prop firm trade. And first item is challenge phase or funded live. And if you go funded live, it'll offer you the opportunity to choose your share of the profits for when you get a payout. And then you can put in your desired payout, and it'll tell you how much you need to have gross profit in order to achieve your percentage split. So we change this to 75-25. The changes down here, 70-30, 50-50, etc. Okay, I'm going to go back to challenge phase for simplicity. And the first thing we're going to look at, even though it's last on the list, is the max drawdown protection, because that number will show up at the top of the results, or that warning or pass card will show up at the top of the results. So we're going to enter our account balance, drawdown info, and the first thing we enter is the account size. So let's assume it's a $50,000 challenge, and we're now we have max overall drawdown is $4,000. We're $400 away from breaching at 46,000, and the max daily drawdown is 2,000. And you can do by percentage as well. I personally prefer to do by dollars, but either way is fine. And for the purpose of the max daily drawdown, you can also put in how much you've made or lost today and what your start of day balance is. And then it'll show up here. Let's assume to start, let's assume a $500 risk. Okay. Our max safe risk, because we're $400 away from the breach, is $400. And so it's telling us that if we take the trade that currently at 0.61 lots at $500 risk, it could breach the account before we hit our stop loss, and the trade has a chance of playing out completely. It's possible that it will still hit the full stop loss, and the account will breach or just miss breaching, but at least you give yourself a fighting chance to let the trade play out completely. So so you have a couple of options here. One is you could reduce your risk to $400, in which case the lot size will go down. It's now down to 0.49. I'm going to put this back at 500. So okay, you can also keep your current risk at 500 and take your chances, or you could just not address this card at all, or you can put in custom risk amount and change it to something in between, or less than $400. Okay. Next up is the consistency rule, where this is the maximum amount of profit you can make in any given day, in order to earn a payout or pass a challenge. So on a $50,000 challenge, if you have an 8%, what's it called, 8% account target, and your consistency rule is 30%, so the maximum you can earn in any given day is going to be $1,200. And currently, with a $500 risk and my TP levels, my 3 TP levels, whoops, there we go. These are my TP levels for my original trade: 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. So TP1 and TP2 are within the consistency rule, but TP3 is not. So I have the option of changing TP3 to this level instead of this level, and now I'm in compliance. All three are within the $1,200 limit. Alternatively, nope, no alternatively. We can now move on to the the profit target. And I'm going to show you no split and split trades, what it can do. With the split trade, that'll apply to the consistency rule as well. So let's say we're actually near the target. Let's say we're at 52.9 and our target is 54. Let's see. Yep. So we're currently in violation of the prop firm target because with a $75 buffer, so the maximum we can earn is 1,175, or the maximum that we really need to hit is 1,175, and It's telling me that our total full TP is going to be 1489.62. So TP1 and TP2 are within the limits, and TP3, if we hold it to TP3, we're going to be way over the profit target, and that leaves us vulnerable to the trade reversing and coming back down below the profit target. So what we can do is we can reduce TP3, and now we're in compliance. At $1,179, we're just over the profit target. And alternatively, if we're in a split trade, let's say we're in a two-way split trade. So we have multiple orders, and currently compliant. So I'm going to change the risk just so we can see the what happens when you get a warning. So I'm going to increase to 1,000 risk, and now we're at 1,000. So TP1 will hit its target just under $500 of profit. TP2 will go over, or trade number 2 will go over. So we can reduce the target. We can reduce the TP level there, or we can reduce the risk. Either way, and if we have a three-way trade, so this is for Pro and Premium users. So let's change the subscription level to Pro for a moment. Let's say we have a three-way trade, and we're over the limit. So TP1 is within the limit. And TP2 and TP3 are both over the profit target. It'll tell us that we can combine TP2 and TP3, or I should say order number 2 and order number 3, into one trade, and at a specific TP level that will get us to the profit target. So let's do that. And now we are compliant. And we've only got 2 orders instead of 3. And we'll close out at $2 over our target, including the buffer. And that is how the prop firm tools work. See you in the next video.